Hey y'all, it's that time of year again. It is time to talk about the holidays when you are in recovery or in the midst of an eating disorder. When you're dealing with an eating disorder, a time that's meant to be full of joy and happiness is instead full of fear and anxiety. With the holidays being so centered around food, it can be a battleground for someone with an eating disorder. So let's talk about how to make the holidays a little bit easier. For family members, do not comment on anyone's body. Not his, not hers, not theirs, not yours. Even saying, "You look so healthy," can send someone spinning who's struggling. Unless you are a caretaker for someone with an illness, diabetes, something like that, and it is your job to monitor that person, don't comment on what is on anyone's plate. Don't comment on what is on their plate. Don't comment on what's not on their plate. A seemingly harmless comment could be detrimental to someone who's struggling. No, you are not being bad and you do not need to work this off tomorrow. I can pretty much guarantee you that that mentality is way more unhealthy than anything that's on your plate. Also, by saying things like that around somebody who's struggling with an eating disorder is basically affirming what the eating disorder is saying to that person. It's affirming the things that the eating disorder tells that person and the person is trying so hard to get away from and not listen to. What you can do to help. Talk about literally anything else. Talk about a book you've been reading or a show you've been watching. Talk about something funny that happened at work the other day or at home. Ask the person, "Hey, what have you been up to?" Keep the conversation away from physical appearance. I can guarantee you can find something more interesting to talk about. Also, if you notice someone saying something diet culture-like, say something. Steer the conversation in another direction. Even if it isn't bothering you personally, you could be saving someone else who doesn't feel like they can speak up. Now, this section of the video is for those who are either still struggling with their eating disorder, in recovery from their eating disorder, anyone who is still dealing with their illness. Sometimes it's helpful to just think of a holiday as just another day. It can be really easy to kind of catastrophize over something that's built up to be so big, but when you think about it, it's just another day. If you're on a meal plan, try to stick to it as best you can and see what might need adjusting throughout the day to keep yourself on track. Try to cope ahead and try to see what might need to be adjusted to fit your needs. And make a plan for how you can keep yourself on track or get yourself back on track if you start to feel overwhelmed. If you can, try to find a go-to person at the event that you can rely on or go to if you're feeling overwhelmed. Make sure it's someone that you feel comfortable with and someone you feel like you trust. If you don't have that person at whatever event you are going to for the holiday, see if there's someone that maybe you can text throughout the day, and then there's always the hotlines you can call. I'll leave the hotline for eating disorder support in the description box. Whether you're here to support someone who might be struggling or you're struggling yourself, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it helps. Wishing you all happy and safe holidays, and for those who are struggling, I'm sending you all extra love. You've got this. Happy holidays, everyone.